Hello, Taurus. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm going to use the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Redley Valentine. Relationship first, single second, oracle cards come out where needed. Alright, Taurus. Alright, so what do we have going on here? Your partner, Queen of Wands, Star card. But of course, like I always say, don't get caught up in the gender. It could be male or female in a general read. But I'm getting the energy here. Your partner is very active and passionate about something they're doing. They have a lot of hope that this could be good for the relationship. They think this is good for the relationship. I'm getting, to you, this might seem like a quick start. This might seem like it's out of the blue. Your partner's very excited, trying to move something forward. Now, it's ironic that this card comes up actually in the challenge position, because I feel like they're a little bit too optimistic. I don't feel like they realize how this is really going to work out for you. Because I don't feel like you're going to be as excited as they are. When they have these two cards together, this card comes up in the challenge spot for them. And I just got this, I think it was for Capricorn, might have been Virgo, one of the two. It's false hope. It's not going to go as easily as they think, and that's why this is in the challenge position. Now I feel like they're starting off at a run. Whatever it is, starting off at a run. Now, I'm getting these two cards here, which are similar energies, not the same clearly, but similar energies. My first impression is like when they start off at a run and they're all excited about it and thinking this is a great thing, you're kind of dumbfounded. To you, it seems out of the blue, and I just feel like you don't know how to react to it. You're just kind of like, what? I don't feel like you're negating it. Not really. And you're just kind of like watching. I feel like it's kind of like just kind of dumbfounded and like almost like an out of body experience. Like you're just kind of watching your partner do these things, and you're just kind of like, okay. And you're just like, I don't know. I don't feel like you're kind of dumbfounded is what I'm getting. Especially with the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is how, like, I feel like you're just kind of watching and you're just kind of stepping back. And that's your initial reaction. And then what's not helping you is the Six of Wands, kind of like just trying to ignore it. I still feel like you're dumbfounded. You're just like, I don't know what to think about that. I just do not know what to think about that. And you have the seven, not the seven. What is this? The four? The Four of Swords. Yeah. Where am I getting seven from? I don't know where I'm getting that from. I don't think we even have a seven out here. The star card is number 17, but whatever. I still feel like you're just kind of like, I don't know what to do with this. I just kind of get that reaction when I'm connecting to your side, like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. Your partner's all excited, hopeful, blah, blah, blah. You're just like, what? I don't know what to do with this. Like, I don't know. I just kind of like stepping out, just like, I don't really want to deal with this. I don't feel like you're even communicating how you are kind of shocked or dumbfounded. I don't feel like you're even communicating that. When I'm seeing the Four of Swords where you're standing, you're not really communicating, but it's also making me feel like maybe you don't feel like you can or should. Possibly a bit of both. And it's just like, that seems to be where you're standing. Now, This all seems like this is sticking together. Original, first reaction. Now, that they keep going. Your partner's all excited, very optimistic, very happy about it. Really feels like it's a good thing. Feels like you're gonna be on board after a while. They see that you're dumbfounded, but they're feeling like, oh well, it just takes you a minute to get used to things. They feel like if they just keep going, it'll work out. I'm getting this feeling like they don't realize, like, like I just feel like they're not seeing the situation. I just get like they're enjoying it, and they're very focused on the joy of the situation, but they're not seeing these other details. Because I don't feel like there's a negative reason for this, but they're definitely like the Fool card is on their side. Like they're not seeing all the facets of what's going on, and that includes how it's really affecting you. They're really excited, very optimistic, but the Fool card is saying yes, optimism, enthusiasm. Usually missing the point though. A lot of times it's just kind of like oblivious to how it's affecting other people or what's some other important detail in the situation. Kind of oblivious to it usually. Not always. But that's what I'm getting here. They're not doing it in a negative way in any sense, but they're very excited and optimistic. Now, this is where this is where I'm feeling it. Okay. It only goes so far. And you're seeing they're continuing on this path. Then the Justice card pops up with not the right time on your side. You're just kind of like, hold on. Like, what are you doing? Like, I just feel like you're just holding back, dumbfounded, and then you can't take it anymore. And you're just like, what are you doing? What is going on? I'm getting like this is a moment where you're just like, no, we need to stop. We need to slow down. I'm not on board with this. You just started off at a run. You shocked me. I didn't know what to do with that. I didn't know what to do with that, so I just kind of ignored it. But the way this is going now, like this isn't working for me. We need to stop. This needs to stop. Because I'm getting not the right time with the Justice. Like you're telling the other person no, this has to stop. I think, it feels abrupt. It feels very abrupt. Like you're like no. And this abrupt start is causing the Three of Swords on their side. This is heartbreak. I just feel like all this positive, optimistic energy is just kind of like it's like somebody let the air out of a balloon. Just it's gone. Like you know what I mean? When a kid has their balloon and somebody pops it or like floats away, it's just or the air's out of it. It's gone. Just like lets the air right out of the balloon. Your partner is kind of like really heartbroken about it because they love this idea. They're really excited. They were starting to really invest in it. That's why you kind of stepped in because you're like, whoa, don't start investing in this because I'm not into this. This isn't good. You're like, no, and they're just kind of like, they're crushed. They wanted it to keep going. They thought it was a good idea. They really did. There was no negative. I don't feel any negative intention. I just feel it was a little bit naive to feel that you were going to be okay with it. Now, this is interesting because this happens. They're heartbroken about it, but they don't want to give up. So I feel like their initial reaction is like, okay, and then they just kind of back off because I feel like it's kind of like you were dumbfounded in the beginning when they started. Now they're kind of dumbfounded that you want them to stop and they don't know what to do. So they just kind of sort of stop. But I'm getting where they're looking at the history of the relationship with you, and they're trying to find a different way to make this keep going. That's the choose the new direction with the Six of Cups, because I feel like it really hits at this point. They're looking at the relationship with you, and they're trying to edit the situation, maneuver it a little bit so that they can keep going with what they want to do, but in a more acceptable way for you. And then... it's not funny, but they jump in 2 feet on that one, and they go this other direction where it's been edited to where they feel like you're going to be okay with it, but they can still do what they want to do. And they jump right in with that. The Ace of Wands, they're jumping right in with that. jumping right in. I find this interesting because you actually have the Five of Swords on your side, where I feel like you're allowing it. You might even have a couple more edits to the situation, but you're allowing it. You're like, all right, I understand you like this a lot, but there's a couple more things we need to curtail, and then all right, fine, all right, yeah, because in between the two of you, like the abundance is here. Like I feel like this is going well. Oddly enough, because I don't feel like you're over the moon about it, but with the edits in, and you get to add, I feel like you might add a few more yourself. You might, depending on what you're seeing here. You do go along with it, though. You're like, all right, all right. The 5 is telling me, though, you're not over the moon about it. You're just kind of like, as long as it stays within these parameters. I'm getting that kind of feel. Like, as long as it stays within these parameters, all right. Then you got the abundance. The abundance and the Page of Swords. Like, I feel like this is how the two of you are working with each other. Like, the situation seems to go well, and I feel like you're both kind of, like, giving each other the one eye. Like what are you doing? Like your partner's like, don't try to over-restrict me. And you're kind of like, don't overstep your bounds. Like, it's kind of interesting, because I feel like it's kind of... It seems like as it goes forward, it gets a little bit more playful. I feel like it's better for you. You're okay with it more and more as it goes forward, and I feel like they're enjoying it too. I just think it's funny how at this point it seems to get a little playful. Like you're like, don't overstep your bounds, and your partner's like, don't over restrict me. And I just feel but I feel like it's more playful, if that makes sense. Because you're like, yeah, I'm okay with it the way it's going now. I'm okay with it with these restrictions, with these edits. And your partner's like, yeah, that's fair, that's fair. I just feel like the original reaction, you're just like, what are you doing? Like, what is happening? And then when you see them trying to go to the next level, that's when you're just like, hold it, no. And for some of you, this has something to do with money, in the sense of like how much this situation is pulling on finances. Is that correct? Some of you. It's depending on, I feel like there's been previous conversations too, but I feel like you're looking at this like, well, those were conversations. We didn't say we were going to actually do something. And your partner was just like, what? But we had those conversations and I wanted to do it, so I did it. I'm feeling like there's a lot of working it out here. I don't want to make this overly confusing, but I do feel like this goes in a better direction. And when I'm feeling your partner's energy, even though to you it seems out of the blue, to them I feel like they're saying there have been conversations about it. There might have been lighthearted conversations, though, and I feel like even though you might have talked about something with your partner, you might not have thought about it that much. After that, to you it might have been just like a benign something that you just might not even recall that well. But, they jump right in 2 feet in the beginning. You're just dumbfounded. They start to go to the next level. You're like, no. They take a minute, they recoil, but then they think about what would make you happy, where they could still do this. And I feel like when they do this second start, I'm getting there's more communication, and they're like, I still want to do this, but no, what I'll do is I'll do it this way. And you're like, well, yeah, that plus, and that's when they do the second start. The second start is more conducive, and you're okay with it. I wouldn't say you're over the moon about it, but you're like, okay, yeah, fine, okay. Good? Okay. I think we solved that one. Well, as much as this reading is gonna. The dumbfounded in the first part, I'm just like, I feel like that's, you're just like, what? What? And your partner's like, but we've talked about this. I get that coming over again. Like, we've talked about this. And you're like, either it's going to come across 2 ways. Either like we have, or, yeah, but that was just that was a minimal conversation. We weren't saying we were going to do something. We were just hashing out the thought. Your partner, it's a good, I feel like this is a good relationship, I must say. I'm going to have to disconnect from it, though, because I'm just going to talk about it for days and days. So let's go into Taurus single. Taurus single. Messages for Taurans that are single, empowering information that help them move in a direction they want to move. So go Taurus. Any enlightening, empowering, extra information that'll help them. All right. I'm getting this should be more down here, but it might connect there too. Okay. I like your reading. I will say. It's not without its challenges. How rare. But I almost feel like that's how that'll come across. Like, you'd be like, yeah, well, life in my love life probably does have challenges. This is the first card that I want to pull towards. This is the environment. Something's changing. No, is this you or them? Them? Them. Somebody's had their eye on you for a while. Somebody's been feeling it for you. Yep. And this is... the earth signs seem to be sticking together the same feeling here, but I don't know. It just seems like it to me. Sticking in the sense of like... somebody's been paying attention to you. Somebody's been feeling towards you. It may... I don't even know if they're on your radar, to tell you the truth. I don't even know if you're paying attention to them or realize that. So it seems like this person has noticed you previously. And they've been kind of like watching. This might be somebody who's been watching, like if you have a Facebook, or if there's some common place you hang out, if you work with this person. Like they've been like taking opportunities to make sure they get to interact with you or try to soak up some of the eye candy moments. I don't know how that comes across. This is somebody who's attracted to you, and they like you, and they want to know more. They're just kind of smitten a little. I'm getting correct? Okay. Now, I feel like they're coming towards you. But how are these two cards going to work? Because I'm getting like the Temperance is kind of connected with the Fool card here, because you got the Fool card above it, which I'll show you in a moment. This is the other person's energy with the Queen of Wands. She comes towards you, and I shouldn't say she, like, they're coming towards you. Don't get caught up in the gender, especially for a general read. This person's coming towards you. They're passionate about it. And I feel like you're kind of, the Temperance I feel like is talking about, see, I feel like this is how the two of you come together. They seem to be wanting to, like, you know, hey, you want to go out sometime or something. They're coming towards you with energy. And you're kind of like, I could do that, but I'm kind of busy right now. Maybe in a couple weeks. I just feel like that's what you're... because I don't feel like they're really on your radar yet. And they're coming towards you. And I feel like there's some energy coming towards you. You're just like, it's a possibility, but I need a moment to think about it. The energy from the other side is strong, though. Is that how this... I feel like there's something else I want to say here. Because you're not... I don't feel like you're telling them no. I feel like you're telling them, I'm not sure yet. You're not giving them a no, but you're not... I don't feel like you're giving them a yes either. This person is interested, though. So... the top card, I feel like, is connecting more to you in the sense of, like, you like this idea. You're like, oh, this could be a good thing. I have to think about it a bit, but it could be. This could be fun. I feel like you're flattered, impressed, happy about the attention. It's nice. It's nice. So you're like, you're entertaining the thought. You're just not sure about, you know, I don't know if I want to do this or not, but I like the energy coming towards me. I like how it feels. Now, the other person, first, they come towards you first. I'm getting this is like talking twice. This is how they come towards you the first time, a lot of passion. Let's do something, let's go out. You're like, I don't know, I'm kind of busy right now, maybe in a couple weeks. They like take that literal, and they're like, 2 weeks have been up, want to go out? I feel like it comes again. Like, want to go out now? Okay, let's do it. And you're kind of like, I'm getting like, when it comes around again, you're just kind of like, is this the 7? Yes, the 7 of Swords. You're just like, I don't know. I feel like you're uncomfortable with the attention. For some reason, they're very passionate. It's just uncomfortable for you. But they're kind of pushing. And you're not really, you're still not sure what you want to do here. But how is this plan? I'm getting there's a date in the future. I definitely feel there's a date in the future. But like this moment, I'm trying to like understand where you are in this moment. Because I feel like the past is weighing on you. And you're not really sure about where this is going to go. But you're looking at how things have worked for you in the past. Is that correct? This is how it's worked for you in the past. And I don't know if you're really comfortable with how this is going. This might feel a little... It's uncomfortable, but why is it uncomfortable is the question. Are you used to something starting a little slower? Or have you had situations in the past where they've started quickly and also ended quickly? And I feel like that's really not to your liking if that's the case. But for whatever reason, you're not comfortable with this. And that's the whole reason I feel for this card. Because it's the past influences, and you're not comfortable. I just get that's what the Seven of Swords are. Seven of Swords is a lot of times like considering just walking away, salvaging what you can of the situation and just leaving the rest behind. So, in other words, maybe making this a friendship might be a consideration of yours. Like maybe we should just be friends. Only because you're not comfortable with this. It just feels foreign. But I'm also getting, like, in the near future, this could go a lot easier for you. If you believe, I feel like that's by itself. That's saying this doesn't have to be scary. Just giving it a shot will be okay. I feel like that's the if you believe. It doesn't have to be that scary. In the near future, on the bottom part is telling me that you are going to end up on a date with this person. If this reading is hitting, you end up on a date with this person in some sense. You give them a chance. I feel like they kind of at least convince you to give them a chance. Somehow, I just, this part is really confusing because I feel like it depends on you how this really works out, what you're comfortable with. I do feel like somehow you're going on something or like, you're agreeing to, like, for example, if it's Tuesday, you're like, well, I have some free time Saturday morning around 10 o'clock if you want to meet for, brunch or something like that. Or maybe go out to an early movie because I have a lot going on. I just feel like you're trying to make it a situation where you could easily move it into a friendship if you want to. But you are giving them the chance that they want. How that's working out, I feel like this is complicated though, because I just feel like you're uncomfortable, and it's just like you don't want to be forced into something, but you don't want to like completely negate this person. So it feels like you are going to give them a chance. Exactly how that works out is up to you. I feel like I'm droning on that. I'm going to let it go. Now, this is what's interesting, because the Emperor, that's you. You want something to hold on to. You're not opposed to this person. I just feel like it's more of a question you're worried about, like, a quick start could mean a quick end. And you're not a fan of that. And especially with the Emperor, this is more of a, like, looking at the whole situation. In your situation, you're looking you're not into the instant gratification. You're not into just, like, a one good date type thing. You want somebody that you could put into your life. You just want somebody in your life that you could put into your life that you could enjoy that way. And I feel like it's the way they're coming towards you. You're just worried it could be like and done. So you give this person their chance, for whatever that means. I feel like you really, really enjoy this person. And I'm getting the Ace of Wands, the big happy changes, and that's the Empress in the back. But I'm noticing she's in the back. I'm going to keep her there for right now. The Empress, she can be, to me in this deck, especially because she's green, she feels very earthy to me. I feel like this is going slower. Well, not slower. This is going at a pace that you're comfortable with. The other person has a lot of passion, and I feel like this is kind of cementing in pretty quickly, but yeah, it's still going fairly slow in your opinion. Like, I feel like you're comfortable with how fast it's going, but you're also like, I feel like you're getting kind of connected to this person pretty quick. And it seems to be taking a life of its own. I don't feel like you're as uncomfortable any longer. You're looking at it, and it seems to go, is this going faster than you want? I don't feel like it is. I feel like you're okay with it. But you seem to be forgetting about the semantics of it, and you're more kind of letting yourself go and going with it. And I feel like you're happy about the situation. Something's going on here where the person, the way they're expressing themselves to you, you're not feeling like it's a quick in, quick out. You're feeling like they're really invested in you, and they seem to be really wanting to get to know you, and you really want to get to know them. Like, it seems to like it's coming together, and something about the way things are kind of changing as they get closer to you, you're feeling more confident that it's not just like a for now thing. I'm getting like this could be a really good relationship for you. If this is hitting the way it looks like for you, I'm feeling this could be a really good thing. You just might be a little uncomfortable with the energy because it seems like it's coming out of the blue to you. They seem really excited, and you're just like, I don't want a quick in, quick out. I don't want that. But you give them their chance. You really enjoy that moment, and it just kind of like, it takes a life of its own after that. I just feel like you're kind of letting go, and you're feeling more comfortable with this person. It just feels a lot better going forward. Good? Good. All right. I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email at jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.